All right, so this video is going to be on the 80/20 custody visitation schedule. In this example, from custody exchange, we get 5 examples. So the first example is going to be alternating weekend schedule. So as we look at the map for May 2022, in this situation, dad has the 80%. Or no, actually, yeah, dad has the 80%. So mom is purple. So mom, you would basically get the child from school, or you guys would exchange if there's no school, and you would get Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, and basically dad would get Monday night all the way until next Friday morning, where mom would then again get the weekend. So it's alternating weekends, but the 20%. Very hard to screw this up, but as with all plans, I recommend maybe having it, in your calendar, like when it's your weekend. I feel like if you do this schedule for a few weeks, or maybe a month and a half, 2 months, you should be fine. So, the schedule works in a situation for, mom or dad who just doesn't have a lot of time, but they want to, get every other weekend with a child. And if that works for you, then this is a great schedule because it's really hard to screw the schedule up. Definitely, if worst case scenario, if I had to go down to this, it wouldn't be too bad because at least you get a few nights with your child per month. So that's just one of the 5 examples of the 80/20. So the next example is first, third, and fifth weekend schedule. So we're going to open it up so we can see the full calendar. So basically how this works is, so as you can see in this month, in this case, it looks like mom has the lion's share of the time. So she has the 80%. So dad, you would basically pick the child up from school and you would get Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. And then mom, you would get Monday night all the way to Friday morning. And then dad, you would pick the kid up from daycare, or you guys would do the exchange if there's no school. And then you would basically get that third weekend. So as you can see, 1, and then 3, and then 5. And so that's how you as, dad in this situation would not get your weekends confused. Because again, it's alternating weekends. But what they usually do is they shift like the time, I guess, to make it make sense. So instead of like, like you get like more days, because if you look at this plan, say, versus like alternating weekends, it's kind of similar. If you think about it, it's similar, right? So you can see the similarities between the two plans. I mean, I want to say they're pretty much the same exact plan. So not really sure why they call this 135 weekend split. Like it looks pretty much identical to alternating weekends, because again, you're alternating. So if you look, you don't have the child every weekend. You don't have that. You don't have the child at ninth, and you don't have the child at 23. But what's the difference between that and say alternating weekends? I mean, I don't see any difference. It looks the same to me. So they pretty much just gave it another name. This one, first, third, and fifth weekends, like it's the same thing. So, but you know what? I kind of see where the similarities come in though, because if you read here, it says in the months with only 4 weekends, the child spends the first and third weekends with the parent he or she doesn't normally live with. So that's where that plan comes in. So it's kind of a unique plan. So I'll just get this one all together and just we'll just focus on alternating weekends visitation schedule. We won't worry about that one. That one's kind of unique. Here's another plan. I'm not really sure if the 80/20 plans are even like that much different, because here goes another one right here. So this says the schedule has your child live with one parent and visit the other parent the second, fourth, and fifth weekends of the month. So this one's a little bit different, because if you look, in this case, it looks like dad's getting the lion's share of the time. So you got your weekend here, and then you kind of got like an alternating weekend, and then bam, you don't have an alternating weekend. It's like back to back weekends, and then you would basically flip the schedule again. So this one's a little bit different. I guess it would kind of switch things up, because you're still getting 20% as mom here, but the kid's getting back to back weekends. So that's kind of cool, I guess. It's a little bit different. It can get a little tricky, but just get a calendar and you should be fine. I mean, all of these plans, if you use a calendar, it's very hard to screw it up. Use calendars, reminders, you should be fine. So the next plan is the every third weekend schedule. So this one, let's go ahead and open that one up. So it says in the every third weekend schedule, a child lives with one parent and visits the other parent every third weekend. So if we look at the full month here, mom has the lion's share of the time, and dad, you would get the child, Friday evening from school or on exchange. Depending on the situation, you would basically get Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and then mom, you would take over Monday evening, and then get Monday night all the way through. So look, you'll pass 1 week, and then you go into the second week, and then the third week, dad would step in again, and basically that's how that plan would work. You would go into basically you'll start, this is that part right here again, and you would just but it's actually, in this case, it's not really even, it's not an 80-20. It looks like it's 80-15, which makes, or 85-15, which is why this even makes sense, because mom's getting a significant amount of time. So this is 15% time. I mean, I feel like most people would probably get about 20-25%. Again, if you're working with a mediator, you guys can figure that out, or if you're working together, you can figure it out, what the percentages are going to be. It's like whatever you can do as the other parent. If you can do a 50-50, you can. If you can't, you need less time, you can do 15%, 20%. That's really up to you as a parent. But you can play around with custody exchange, and kind of come up with your own 80-20 or your own 85-15. So I thought we would just kind of look at the plans and just see if we can make sense of the plans. I mean, there's always an explanation for every plan right above it. So if I didn't do a good job, you can always come back here, I'll add the link, and you'll be able to read up on it yourself. But this is just me kind of walking you through it, since I'm already in a 2-2-3, so I can kind of tell like what plans make sense and what plans are probably just like crappy plans. But I honestly, I don't think any of them are crappy plans, because it all depends on your situation and what works for you. These are all different plans, and might be better than what you or the other parent can really come up with, because a lot of times this is your first time really dealing with a custody situation and having to split time of your child. Your child's used to having both of you guys there, but now you have to figure out how to move on and move forward. So you can use a website like Custody Exchange, or free. I'm sure there's free ones out there, but parts of Custody Exchange is free. I mean, I used it when I didn't know what to do initially, and just to get an idea of what a 2-2-3 was going to be like. And yeah, but good luck to you. Hopefully you find the right plan for you, and hopefully I helped. If I did, like the video, subscribe. Thanks.